This is Missing the Point. As you see, I'm rocking a black hoodie for those that watch us on YouTube. I'm also rocking black shorts, and that's because it's funeral season out here right now. So I'm Rayshawn Buchanan with my guy, the real Big Bob Kelly. And once again, we sound monotone, or I sound monotone because I want to say that I'm shocked and once again, but I'm
Man,
not really
not
shocked.
even,
And
not even.
once again, we'll get into what's going on. But yes, we didn't get to after game two, but the result was still the same. The Celtics have lost to the Miami Heat for the third time in a row. 120 to 102, and the score wasn't even really that close. Uh, so yeah, man, let's just get right into it, man. So Celtics down 3-0. Obviously they came off a disappointing game two loss on Friday night. Followed by even worse loss, obviously tonight. So just what are your initial thoughts just as or not even initially, yeah, your initial thoughts, your raw emotion coming off this ass whooping basically tonight.
Those were the two worst Boston Celtics basketball games I may have ever watched. Just with the stakes, with what was on the line. Like, listen, we've seen some bad Celtics teams in our days, but like to
Mhm.
put up those two performances on this stage in these moments were it's inexcusable on so many different levels of what this team is doing to us right now. It really is, man. I haven't experienced the team shit the bed like this. Like, even my beloved Dallas Cowboys have more heart than what this team is showing most times. And that's pathetic. You know what I mean? Like, this Celtics team, who I defended to the grave for so long, I can't do it anymore. I cannot defend this team. This green teamer has hung up his fucking Skittles and rainbows. Like,
Mhm.
excuse my language. I'm sorry. They get me angry. I'm done with this team. I
Yeah.
am done with this team, period. I'm done. I want changes. I want something different. This core cannot exist moving forward. You cannot run this same thing back. You can't do it, period.
Yeah, yeah, and it wasn't like I'm at a loss for words myself. And once again, you will not find us, to be people that are mute with them, like with our words. But tonight, like I said, it's unreal to me. And once again, this is a game that Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo combined for under 30 points, and they won by almost 30. So that should let you know the
They
type
should
of
have won by
effort
they
that
could have won by 40. They could have won by
yeah,
40.
yeah, could have won by 40, 50, however you want to put it. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I guess, we could start with the coaching, because obviously we have lamented, how bad the coaching is. But like I said to you off air, the fact that Rob Williams only played 12 minutes tonight, just I mean, to me, that's inexcusable. And once again, people will say, "Well, don't make Joe McDougal the scapegoat." The players have to play. And yes, for those that are having that stance and banging that drum, cool. You are not wrong. Yes, at the end of the day, it is the players that execute. They have to execute. They have to hustle. They have to play hard. Not wrong. However, if you don't have a leader that they're looking to play, or that they're looking to play for, guess what's going to happen? You see stuff like this tonight. So just what just elaborate on that, man, because we beat it into the ground. But it's just, to me, it rated like we had again tonight. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have an explanation, but maybe you do for the children.
Yeah, no, it starts from the top for sure, man. I mean, I completely agree with everyone that's saying it's on the players because this kind of performance is, you know what I mean? Like, we can blame the coaching in the close games where, they did show up and they just collapsed down the stretch, just rotation issues, there's things like this. But in the last two games, man, there is no, I don't have any blame on Joe. I don't have any blame on any one person specifically. The whole goddamn team laid an egg these past two games. The entire team, top to bottom. And yes, it does start with the coaching. And I think that, a team's drive and a team's effort is completely driven by their leadership. You know what I mean? I just think that you see a kind of team is by the kind of leader that they have behind them, like Adoko was last year. like you see Popovich in San Antonio, like the greats, you know what I mean? The greats give their team this aura of confidence around them at all times. And this Celtics team, from the moment we started really gearing in on them, just haven't had that aura. That's like the number one thing that we've said. No matter how high this season has gotten, the vibes haven't been there, you know?
Right.
And like you said, man, it reared its ugly head at the end of game 1, and then it just felt like they just didn't show up for him in game
Yep.
2 and 3. You know what I mean? So I guess it is the coaching. I think that's where it starts, but at the same time, you gotta have heart. Guys, you gotta show up. They didn't even show up
Yeah.
the past 2 games, man. Didn't even show up.
And speaking of showing up, because I mean, I got in, DK, I love you, brother. I know you were mad from the jump. Um, you know too much basketball, brother, to put this on Grant Winters as if he was the reason why they had lost. I just that to me, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Once again, you can come on, obviously, and you can defend your stance when you come on, but you know too much about basketball to make it seem like it was just Grant Williams. He didn't poke a bear. And once again, I think we talked about this. I shared it on our group chat. Someone's supposed to compete. No one has showed any type of competitive fire at all. And once again, as much as I love Warford, whether in his stops in Atlanta, like that wasn't his role. Once again, he's always been a great value to Tim Duncan in that regard. They don't talk much, and once again, that's okay. It's not a knock on Warford. That's just what it is. So the fact that he has to be the one, that Reggie Miller said it on the broadcast
Yeah,
tonight, he was like,
yeah.
How many times y'all going to go to the well and have him talk about what needs to be done? He was like, if you don't know by now, you ain't never gonna know, type of thing. So that's essentially what happened. I don't know. I just to me, no buttons have been pushed correctly. Um, to me, it was the series was lost as soon as they got off the bus. I mean, they stayed home, but I just think to me, the fact that you still thought the double big lineup was going to work in this series also was what. And I know that happened last year. I get it. I trust me. I get it. But guys clearly were a lot more locked in at this moment last year, even though the series went 7 than what they were. But it's just like I don't know, like I said, it's unbelievable. But an elephant in the room that I want to address because I've seen this on Twitter the last 20 minutes or so. Um, People are comparing this to the '04 Red Sox. So just what do you thought on that?
Not a goddamn chance. Not
What
there's no
Cause
Kevin
they're like,
Millar.
oh,
Kevin
this was game 3. This was the 19-8. Which I
no.
mean, it felt. I mean, no, but and just for this game, yes, this is the 19-8. You're like, how did this happen? Like, how do you get blown like this? With the game, with the series. I get that, but I'm just like, to me, I'm just like, wow. I'm like, I don't even know why, and I get why that becomes a comparison, but I'm just like, but no, go ahead, Mike. I'm just
No.
like, I just that to me
No,
is wild.
no Kevin Millar. This don't let Boston win tonight isn't happening in this series. I'm sorry. This they could win tomorrow or whatever the next game is. They might win. It's over, man. This is it's not happening. Not a chance. Not this team. Not with this coach. Um, Not with the way they've been playing. You know what I mean? Like, listen, when you're 2 players who have pretty close to average 70 points a game in the regular season are putting up 30 points combined back to back. Not like I mean, I guess Tatum actually had 30 last game by himself, but I'm just saying, like, the performances that these 2 have put up, it's not happening, man. They don't seem like they care. They don't seem locked in. It's not happening. I'm not even gonna give who put it up? Was it, um, Greenberg? Did Greenberg put up that comparison? I saw exactly what you're talking about.
No,
Then they're like,
it
they
was no,
understood the assignment.
his first name is Thomas. Like it's Thomas. We follow him on our Twitter page,
Yeah,
but
no, I
it
saw
wasn't.
it.
He has great content. So, but this is not a knock on him and the content he gives. He gets great content, but I just I don't get the optimism at this moment, and I'm just like to think that and once again, I felt the same way as a 14-year-old kid at the '04. Like I remember sitting there with my grandmother, like I'm like they're not gonna win I said they might win a game or two to push it to 6, but to go into at that time to go into New York and slay the dragon, so to speak, like that. Yeah, and once again, yes, there always has to be the one. So I know folks are saying, well, why not here? Well, guess what? Are you telling me that both the Lakers and the Celtics are going to do that? Because I don't think that. like, really, I think both teams equally are toast. They're done, and I just to me, I want to focus on Jaylen Brown a little bit because folks said, "Oh, you guys only get on JT or whatever." Like, well, however it is, but my look, man, um, JB to me for the most part is costing the series.
He's been
At the
horrible.
least they
He's
should
been
at the least
horrible.
at the least they should be down 2-1, not down 3-0. So being down 2-1, fine, okay, that would have been as bad, but to be down 3-0 and once again he's basically been a no show. Um, I thought that he was gonna respond once he found out that he got the NBA nod. Honestly, and I thought that's just where he was. But for those that were saying that he's mentally, beyond where Tatum's at, well, look no further than this series because that hasn't been the case. And I know it's been a few games. I know that, he usually responds, but I feel like he's quit. I feel like Al Horford has done nothing outside of just talk. Um, so once again, you're in trouble when Grant Williams has been your most competitive player in the series. Derek White been non-existent. Malcolm Brogdon tonight, was non-existent. So I just to me, I'm like, what's happened to him since the Atlanta series? Me and
I don't
Malcolm
know.
Brogdon.
He disappeared,
Because
man. He
I'm just
can't
like,
can't hit anything.
I can't believe, like, he was supposed to be the missing piece, right? Supposed to be the missing piece, and I don't think that he scored tonight. Like, I'm looking at let me look to see a bit at the box score here. So, box score, so Boston, yeah. So Brogdon had 0 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, was over 6 from the field, over 6 from three.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I look at it. Tatum and Brown combined for 26 points. They were 12 of 35, and then 2 of 4. One time, 1 of 14 for three combined.
Oh my god. That
So
is
yeah,
pathetic.
so that's the game, right? And then
That's it. Period.
you go to Miami side. Gabe Vincent 6 and 9 for three. Caleb Martin 4 of 7 for three.
Bro, he's nice.
Duncan Robinson 5 of 7 from three. So they combined so 29, 18, 22. So quick math, they combined for 69 points. And it's fitting that that's the number because they damn sure got screwed. Like
Hey.
it's unbelievable. Um, how like I said once again, you let guys that are marginal players at best. Once again, they've improved dramatically because those guys are better than they were last year, especially Gabe Vincent. Um, they're doing as well as their second best player, essentially. Well, maybe third best player and Hero. Because I mean, I feel like Bam is still the number 2 guy, but doing this without Hero, doing this without Oladipo, and they're just mopping the floor with you. But this is what continuity looks like. This is what
Yeah.
consistency looks like. Fulcher's been there forever. They have a culture down there that this is what is going to be. This is how you play, and if not, then you're not going to be here. And once again, it's rearing its ugly head. Once again, I don't know had it would have been different if Ime was here. I don't know. I don't want to even go down that route. Um, but I know that they were in trouble the moment they lost game one, and they literally have got 3 haymakers in a row. And it's the first time they've lost 3 games since March. So,
They
I don't know what the plan is, how they gonna get out of this. Um, I do
Joe's
think this,
gone.
yeah,
Have to fire Joe. You have to. You have to.
yeah,
Period. That's
yeah,
that's that's how you
yeah,
move forward,
yeah,
man. That's the first you gotta make that
yeah,
move within moments
yeah.
of this series being over.
But maybe, and once again, I know people are, just there's love and trust shit, but I'm you got to find Al's replacement like
Now.
immediately.
Yeah, he's
So
done. He's done.
not through the draft. And once again, I know he's had an extension, so I'm proud of him still being on the team. He's not a starter anymore, and that's okay.
Yeah,
We
his
we
minutes are
we,
done.
we got we got a very good run out of him last year. You know, I feel like I always give him credit for understanding the severity of the moment. That hasn't happened for him this playoff since the Atlanta series. I thought he was good defensively in the Philly series, but ever since that least shooter comment that he made, And one thing I wonder what the reporters are. I'm sure the reporters laughing now because it's like, okay, you try to dog me in front of everyone, but I try not to be right, type thing.
The
So
basketball universe said, "Nope, nope,
yeah,
nope,
yeah,
nope,
yeah,
Al."
yeah. I mean, and one thing he's never been decent in the low post. So, well, no, that's not true. He had his moments in Atlanta, but he's not gonna do that consistently at going into age 37. So yeah, my thing is I'm super lost. Was it I haven't like I said this feels like 2019,
Yeah, I just think
all
that
over again. So yeah.
the arrogance to me is what's really bothering me about this team. It doesn't feel like a team that knows they're playing like shit. It doesn't feel like a team that knows that something's wrong. They feel like coming out of halftime, right? They asked someone like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?" Marcus Smart was like smiling, like he was like they had some fucking secret up their sleeve, like you know what it like. But bro, guys, that time is over. That
Uh,
bullshit is done. All right, enough thinking that you're the shit. You guys suck. You're getting your asses fucking kicked.
Yep.
Like there's no Michael fucking secret sauce or Michael, you know what I mean? Like it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. And and
Yeah.
and and again, like I apologize that, I've been going off the rails a little bit here, but like, bro, it's the most frustrating basketball team I've ever watched in my life. Literally. I've never seen a team with this much talent,
20
this
20
much
2019
promise.
was pretty bad. 2019 was pretty bad because when you dominate Milwaukee like that game one, I'm thinking, man, I was
They
with
really
all players.
did just need
I
to
thought
turn it
this
on.
series would be over, and the
Yeah.
next thing you know, they lost four straight like that. Like that's what this feels like. Or if we're being a little more recent, don't we look like last year's Nets team,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
Nets team, that people were scared to death of that team. Like, oh my god, it's KD, it's Kyrie. Like what's going on? And those first two games were kind of close, like how it was with us here now. We beat them. And it's like, oh damn, like if we can't beat them when it's a close game, what are we gonna do? And that's what happened by game three. Brooklyn to quit, and that's we look exactly like
We do
them.
look a lot like that. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, we're hear a lot more stuff come out in the off season about they didn't respect this or there was a lot of stuff, a lot of shakes in the armor. Once again, the Marcus Smart Karma should have said it all when he said what he said about Joe about the offense is random, that he gets a
That
lot of
was a
credit.
big red
Yeah,
flag for me.
and then wait, and then on top of it says he gets a lot of criticism and rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Rightfully
Rightfully
so.
so. Once again, he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong in his statement at all. I totally agree with what Marcus said, but I said, whoa, like you're saying this out loud, like you're not. There's no remorse here for it. I don't know, but like I said, to me, I just if you're not the punks that they've proven to be, you got to at least just find a way to win Tuesday. Um, so just let's just transition to that. 'Cause like I said, there's only so much that can be said about what happened. Tonight once again, the undrafted players for the Heat went crazy. That was a narrative all game because
They were
team
outscoring
was
us. They were
talking about.
outscoring us, man.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So like I said, it's a miracle that the Boston even got to 102. Um, and I want to say this because I said for those that listen to the show, y'all know that I lived in Miami for a number of years. So it's cool to see that some of y'all still have my number because I haven't heard from some of y'all. So that's cool that because a lot of y'all would have texted me last year when this was the case. When I got beat on your home court in 7 games. So I get it. I would do a victory lap as well. I totally understand. But you better go out and win. Because that guy in Denver is something serious. And once again, I didn't think that anyone really wanted to see Heat Nuggets outside of those two respective markets, but uh,
Kind
we're
of puts
obviously
that
going to
whole
get
kind of
yeah,
puts that whole NBA rig narrative to bed, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah,
if the
yeah,
NBA was
yeah,
rigged, if the NBA was rigged, I guarantee you it would not be a Miami Denver NBA Finals with this Final Four that we got here.
yeah. No,
Not happening.
not at all, not at all. It would be either like Lakers Heat, like the
Yeah,
Celtics,
that
Nuggets, I'll say,
narrative is
but
done.
not Heat Nuggets. But hey, I mean, once again, if you're looking for competitive basketball, that's what we're about to have. Um, I can't wait to see Jimmy try to guard Jamal Murray. Like that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that unfolds. There's been a lot of comments on Twitter. Oh, 1st and 4, and you guys give up too
It's
easily.
over. It's over.
Shut your ass up. Like
Yeah, it's over.
like
Listen, they asked.
it's okay. And once
So,
again, do we want to be proven wrong? Absolutely.
yeah, of course we do.
Will we be proven wrong?
No.
Like
No.
like no.
I'll give you some breaking news here. Joe Mazzulla was just asked in his press conference if he has lost the locker room, and
Wow.
he said yes. He said yes. I have lost the locker room. It's why I need to be better and figure out what this team needs. Why has this happened? I'm not sure. Those were direct quotes from Joe Mazzulla's mouth that he has officially lost the locker room in Game 3 of the goddamn Eastern Conference Finals. That's your head coach of the Boston Celtics.
So
Yes, that is your head coach, ladies and gentlemen.
oh god. Okay. So okay. Let's dive into that.
It's done.
Right?
Done.
So just from how he's been all year, I feel like some of that sarcasm from him. I don't think that he even necessarily believes that, but it's just like, you know what, they're thinking this, so let me just give them what they want to hear in this moment. He's super petty, I believe, and I feel like that's where that's coming from. But as we know, behind every joke, there's some truth. Yeah, you've lost them. Of course you've lost them. It's evident. Tonight was the coronation that you've lost this team. And once again, this is why when I went on rants in March, when I went on rants in February, it wasn't about, oh, because they lost a couple of games. It wasn't about that. You can see that the effort wasn't there at times. The defensive intensity wasn't there at times. And it wasn't about that. It was about right now. And once again, it always gets harder as you move on to playoffs. And Celtics fans, I hope you know, had Miami beat Atlanta in that first round, we're not even having this conversation. Because you know why? They'd already be in Cancun. And once again, that's not an opinion. That is a that is a stone cold fact. Like period, man. So I don't know, man, but let's just try this in a Tuesday. Let's just talk about what we think can happen Tuesday. Like, just give us some type of hope for a gentleman's sleep at the least. So just what do you see happening Tuesday? What are you hoping for Tuesday? And then like I said, we'll close it out.
I just don't want to see the arrogant bullshit, man. I want a team to come out and know that they have something to prove. Know that this isn't handed to them. You guys don't have a legacy in Boston yet. Your legacy in Boston is a bunch of losers. That's what your legacy is. No matter how many points you put up in a game 7, no matter what, when you go down like this, the city of Boston will remember you forever as a bunch of losers. Period.
Yep.
Period. Hard stop. That is it. So just come out and show me that you're not a bunch of goddamn losers. Because I have been sitting here putting my neck out for you for the last 4 years. And after all of it, you're proving me so wrong. So I've been so wrong about this team, and it hurts. It hurts my soul. So I just want them to come out and show me that there's at least a little bit of hope for this team as constituted. Because as of right now, I have zero hope for this team.
Right. So the cynical side of me wants it to be done Tuesday, so I don't have to work Thursday, right? The cynical side. But the fan of me obviously is like, look, give yourself a shot. Because all you have to do is win game 4, and then let's say you're back in your building. Put the pressure back on them. Once again, they're playing with house money at this moment. But once again, we're saying it as fans, but Spoelstra's not telling them that. He's telling them, hey, we have done nothing. And once again, he should be telling them that they haven't done anything yet. But they have dominated this series, and once again, they have showed why they were the number 1 seed last year, right? So yeah, I don't know, man, but like I said, show some type of fight come Tuesday. Once again, whether you win or lose, just go down swinging That's all. That's all I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, like we talked about it earlier in the show, we should expect not complete wholesale changes, but at least, like I said, some guys got to go. So whether that's Smart and Rob, whether they make a hard decision and don't offer Jaylen that max money, which I disagree with, honestly. Even despite the series, I still think that you can still keep them two together. But everyone else can go, which is something we've said on the show before, and other people and other pundits have said on their respective shows. Kendrick Perkins is doing a victory lap. He's like, when I said break them up 2 years ago, no, never mind, carry the hell on. So, him and some others doing victory laps about that now. So I guess they're feeling pretty good about that. But look, at the end of the day, we just want them to show some type of fight here. I know people thought about the Chicago series because that Jimmy Butler was on that team, but yeah, y'all forgot Rondo was killing them the first 2 games and he got hurt. That's why Chicago lost that series. Chicago would have beat that team as well. But the best part,
Was that the Gerald Green series?
yes, yep,
Right? That was
yep,
Gerald Green
yep.
one?
And Gerald Green came out of nowhere, started going crazy.
Yeah, he scored like 41 game, didn't he? 30
I don't know
something
about
at
40,
least.
but
30
yeah,
something.
so that was a role. Like, where did this come from? But that was a button that Brad pushed. Once again, to me,
I don't think Joe knows. I don't think Joe knows there's any buttons. Is the thing?
well, no, I mean, he like I said, he tried in that Philly thing, but to me, I'm just like the button I would push. And once again, this is not a knock on him, but it's about winning and about feeling at this moment. It should be Smart, White, Tatum, Brown, Rob. Like Al should come off the bench. Like, and I get it. He's the vet. He's the leader. I understand that. But if you are committed to winning, but if you are looking to at least fight another day, live another day, there is no that now. Like we joked about no tomorrow before this, but there's literally no tomorrow. So whatever you have to do, find a way to get that done. For us to be back here on Thursday night. So, but like I said, once again, my confidence is sub-zero. Shout out to Mortal Kombat. Like it is sub-zero. And I don't know what will pull me out of that unless they find a way to make this a series, which would be even worse because I feel like they would pull us back in for a moment and they still crush us. So, just win Tuesday and then get smacked on Thursday so we can just do the autopsy of the season sometime in the following week. So any last words on this before we close? Oh man.
No, man. They don't deserve any last words.
Yeah.
We've said what we need to say.
Well, the last words is, hey, show some fight. Once again, and so Alan, you got some damn heart. But for the Road BK Bob Kelly, I'm Rayshawn Buchanan. We'll see you next time. Peace.